Hey y'all, hey, how y'all doing today? I told y'all I was gonna be back. Mm-hmm. I'm cleaning out this refrigerator, tackling this. It's one of the things on my to-do list today to get done, and I feel so accomplished when I can check something off on that to-do list. I do. I feel accomplished and empowered. I feel like a superwoman with my daggone cape on. I said, yeah, I'm about to handle this. I didn't even take my workout clothes off. I said, let me just keep this stuff on and get busy. I ain't gonna make no excuses. I ain't gonna let no time get away from me. So, honey, I'm gonna do a story time with y'all because it's about 5 parts to me cleaning out this refrigerator. So I'm gonna do a story time about being a good friend and about friendships and how you know somebody's your friend and if they're not your friend. I'm going to let you know because if anybody know, I know. That's the fact. But look at how mooky this refrigerator is. Come on. Just take a nice long look. Because, honey, once I get that bleach and that Pine Sol on there and take them shells out, come back for part 1. Okay, family, so here's part 1 of the story time about being a good friend. While I wash these trays to this refrigerator, clean them up. What made me decide to do a story time about friendships is because while I was cleaning out this refrigerator and washing everything, one of my good friends that I haven't seen since before COVID, so that's like 2020, stopped by and was knocking on the door. And I was like, oh my God, who is that? Because, I need to know that you coming, honey, so I can be prepared. But when I heard her voice, she was like, Kim, it's me. I knew who it was. And I was so excited to see her. I almost squeezed her half to death. Mind you, I haven't seen her since before COVID. And I was so happy to see her. And I was like, oh my God, you got to excuse my appearance. I'm in here smelling like bleach and pine. I don't have on any makeup. And you singing me raw and uncut. And she was like, Kim, listen, we friends. We friends. We go way back. And I love you. And it brought such a calmness and such a peace. And when I thought about it, I said, there aren't many people that I can be my authentic, real self. I feel like I'm real. Don't get me wrong. I ain't trying to give y'all anything, but some things and some ways that you can only be like that around your children or around your spouse if you're married. But to be like you're real authentic, like you can let your guard down and you ain't got to be in here, just all guarded, faking the funk, even in conversations and everything. That's when you know that you have a real friend. That's when you know. And you don't have to see your friend every day, or talk to them all day, every day. Come back for part 2. All right, y'all, story time part 2 about how you know you have a real friend or you know you got a good friend. You can trust them. You can trust them just flat out. If you can't trust people, you know what I mean? You have friends, you have associates, you know what I mean? You have, people that you see here and there. But your friends, you can trust them. You could trust them in your house. You could trust them around your kids. You could trust them with your spouse. You could trust them around your purse, your pocketbook. You know what I mean? You could just trust them. You can trust that what you share with them won't be repeated. Your personal business, they're not telling their spouse. They're not telling their other close friends. Sometimes you'll find out who your friends are if you say something to them and then you hear it again and you're like, wait a minute, I ain't say nothing to nobody but you. So how do these other people know? You know what I mean? But when you got a real good friend, oh honey, yeah, your stuff is kept. Is top flight security. Ain't nobody knowing nothing about nothing. They can be trusted. You know what I mean? So trust is one of the key components to a good friendship. If it's people in your life that you can't trust, you put them in the category that they're supposed to be in. You know what I mean? I used to use the word friend loosely. I used to use it so loosely and say, they're my friend. And it took one of my mentors one time to say, no, Kim, you might think that they are your friend, but you're not their friend. And it took me a long time to kind of figure that out and sort that out. And so now being an adult, being grown, being 54 years young, it's like I pick and choose my friends very, very carefully. If I say you my friend, that's major. That's major. If I could trust you, oh, good God, that's major. So just know that, family. Put that at the top of the list. Trust. Come back for part 3. All right, y'all. Here goes story time, part 3. I'm trying to hurry up, honey. I'm right proud of this cleaning project here with this refrigerator. Honey got that thing sparkling with that bleach and that pine, and honey putting them shells back in there. And look at that on the side and the back of that arm. See, that's what I'm working on. I want y'all to take a good look at it, cause y'all ain't gonna see it. Y'all ain't gonna see that. That belly gonna be down, them arms gonna be right, and that fat and that back fat. Oh, it's just sickening. But I ain't gonna be too hard on myself because I'm doing good. But anyway, the next thing on the list to know that you got a real good friend is they're honest with you. They're honest with you, and you're honest with them. My real friends, because I only got a few. I'm telling you. I could be like, girl, does this look right? How does this look? And she'd be like, Kim, take that off. That is not doing it. That is not it. Or yes, honey, that's fire. They not intimidated. They not thinking that, I'm going to be looking better than them, or I'm not thinking they're going to be looking better than me. We both looking good together. We want to see each other looking good and prospering and doing it. But people that are smiling in your face and saying, oh, girl, that's cute. That's cute. And it's a sight. Everybody else know it's a sight. And honey, that thing is tight and hiked up and all gouged up. And they're talking about, yeah, girl, where that? A snake in the daggone grass. I said it. A snake in the grass. Because why would you do somebody like that? Especially your homegirl. Especially your friend. Your rider. You know what I'm saying? That's a second thing, family. Put that on top of your list. And that's number 2. They honest. You honest and they honest. Come back for part 4. All right, y'all. Story time, part 4. I'm hurrying it along. When you know you got a good friend, this is how you know you got a good friend. They are dependable. You can count on them. You can count on them. If you can't count on nobody else, you can count on them. The Bible says there's a friend that sticks closer than a brother. I'm for real. Just like family, closer than family. You can count on them. You can count on them. They are dependable. They are reliable. They won't stand you up. They always going to come through. If they say they're going to be there, they're going to be there. If they say they're going to do something, they're going to do something. Everybody else might not show up, but they can show up. You could plan a party. You could be doing something and honey, don't hardly nobody show up. But guess who's going to be there? Your friend or your friends. Those are the ones that be like, you know what, girl, bump them. Forget them. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? You might be looking for certain people to show up, certain people who you are fond of, or you might look up to, or you just expect to be there that said that they would be there. But guess who is going to be there? Your friends. Sometimes your friends can't make it. Sometimes, we get it. We get it. But I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, they come through. They come through. You could be short on something. You might need some money. You might need whatever. And guess what? They are there. They are there. This what lets you know. If people always got excuses, if you're there for them, but they ain't never there for you, or if you buy them gifts and you remember their birthday, or you see something in the store that they might like and you pick it up for them, and they don't never do it for you in return, and it seems like this is like it's lopsided, that ain't your friend. It is not your friend. It might be an associate, or you might think that they are your friend, but guess what? You aren't their friend. You see what I'm saying? This thing is serious. But even in your adult age, you're still figuring it out. You're still figuring people out. Never get so hard-hearted that you cut people off and you don't have no more friends. Nobody. All right, y'all. Story time part 5. This is how you know you got a friend. I'm telling you. If somebody is speaking ill of you, or they are in the presence of your friend or friend speaking ill of you, and your friend say, hold up now, you talking about my girl, or you talking about my homeboy, hold up now, then my folks, what's the problem? You know what I mean? Either I'm going to have to leave or you're going to have to shut up, because I just can't sit here and listen to you tear them down like that or talk about them in a bad way. I remember the church that I was at for years. And, people just didn't like my leaders. They didn't like my leaders. They didn't like my pastors. And they would say stuff right in front of me. And I was like, hold up now. You going too far now. Because them my folks. You know what I mean? Neither I'm going to have to get up and leave. Or you got to shut up. Because I just can't stand it. I just ain't going to be able to take that. Because it's just like somebody talking about your kids. You know what I mean? Why do you feel like you could talk about my kids? And it's like, and I ain't gonna say nothing, or I ain't gonna feel no type of way. You know what I mean? It's just like a mama bear with her cubs. That ain't gonna fly. Why do you think that's okay? Like, why do you think that's okay? Why do you think that's okay? So your friends, oh, they ride for you. They be like, hold up now. And they are not gonna come back and tell you a whole bunch of negative crap that somebody said about you. They're just not. Because the first thing your friend gonna say, or first thing I'm gonna say is, why were they so comfortable talking about me in front of you? And why and what did you say? You know what I mean? We all had these conversations. Because we like, hold up now. You telling me what they said. What did you say? And why was you sitting up there listening long enough to hear a whole bunch of stuff to come back and tell me? It reveals so much. It reveals and exposes so much that people just don't have a clue. And then when they, you really ain't fooling with them like that no more. They don't know why. Come back for part 6. All right, y'all. I'm gonna finish up these story times tomorrow. Only a couple more parts, but I just wanted to show y'all the final product of my clean refrigerator. Honey, I got all that stuff out of there. Now I need to go grocery shopping because it look like I ain't got no stuff. But it's clean.